All right, well, I'm really excited to be here with Mr. Epple from Gorman Gorman. We're just going to talk a little bit about the lending environment today.
Okay.
And Jeff, just wanted to kind of hear your thoughts on, what do you think at this point with where rates are and everything, what's better, having somebody in a shorter term loan or in a 30-year fix? I think people are saying, oh, these 5-year rates are at 3%, and they get real excited, but in your professional opinion, tell me like what is for what type of people and whatnot.
Well, I think it all depends. If you have somebody who you know it needs to stay or knows that they're going to be in the house long term, I would look more towards a 30-year fixed rate.
Okay.
But if I know as an individual that my current situation, or I feel that my situation over the course of the next 5 or 7 years is going to change, that I may either move or I may want to do renovations to the home or even sell it, I would lean more towards a 5 or a 7-year arm.
Okay.
I think it truly depends on what we have to do is ask the questions to that borrower up front to say, hey, by the way, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see yourself in 7 years? Is
Right.
this a long-term home for you? If the question that is, it's not a long-term home, it's more a stepping stone to the next home, I would look towards an arm. If it's going to be my long-term, or I see myself staying in the house more than that period of time, I absolutely would go to a 30-year fixed rate right now.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, rates are so competitive in either situation. On a different note, what are people having to put down on for the most part, I know this is kind of a generic question, but on a purchase these days, say a 30-year FHA versus conventional, what are typical down payments these days?
On an FHA, you're going to look at 3.5% down,
Okay.
and so 3.5% of the purchase price is going to be your down payment. In a conventional, you can find loans with as little as 3% down, but the rule of thumb is 5%.
Okay.
So in most cases, figure 5% on conventional loans.
Okay.
There are programs out there as well that there's down payment assistance through the Missouri Housing Development Corporation, which is a state agency that allows the borrower to have a grant as long as they meet income restrictions, so that they could actually get a grant for their down payment as well.
Okay, great. That's good stuff.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot, Jeff.
Have a good one, Cory.
You too.